Hello, everybody. It's nice to have you back. Lovely to have you back. It's a great day today, and I believe that it's the same at your end. So, in my last video, I talked about sharing today the things that I had to do to get me started on my journey, which has lasted almost a decade. And it's been an interesting journey. You might be here right now and saying, okay, what happened? And I believe that we all have places where we get started from. And that's why I'm an advocate of, if there's something that you really want to get started, just get started. Not playing around, not pushing things around. Some people will say, yeah, I'm an ardent procrastinator. Oh, I'm so good with procrastinating. That's just labeling yourself and keeping that in mind that you don't need to. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can get started. And truly, it's about where you are right now. What is it that you really want to do? And as I said again, when you want to get started with anything, especially when it has to be something that is important to you and not just to you and maybe to members of your family, it's great that you know the reason why you want to do this, because that's what keeps you going. So almost a decade ago, I was weighing over 100 kg. And the last time I checked it, I think it was 97 plus, but I didn't check it for another 6 months. And I knew that I didn't do anything about my weight at the time. So this was me here at this time, thinking about it, but not doing anything about it. And most of the time we can be in that place. I know that I could do something about it, but I'm not doing anything about it. What is it about your health right now that you could do something about, but you're not doing anything about it? Walk with me as we go through this journey. So here is me. Here I am in this place thinking I've just come off the scale, right? And I saw my weight. I didn't like it. I didn't feel that I was living the best way that I could. And I think that was the truth. I knew in me that I could do better. I used to go to work then, so I'll just park my car and just take a walk and get to work. And that was just all I did. I didn't do anything much apart from doing workouts 1 day a week on a Sunday, I think. And that was it. And I started this journey maybe in 2012 or so. And I was doing this, but I wasn't consistent with it. I used to do every week, once a week, but I wasn't doing any other thing during the week. I just used to walk. I'll park my car and then walk to the office where I used to work at the time. And that's what I did. That's all I did for anything physical exercise. My diet wasn't like over the top. I didn't really notice, I didn't really put focus on the exact things I was in. I wasn't eating too bad. It's not like I was eating out of the range kind of too bad, but I knew that I was gaining so much. And people say that by the time you get past 30, that your metabolism slows down. I think I was experiencing that, even though research has shown that it doesn't really slow down until you get to your 50s or 60s. But this is me here, like I'm already in my 30s, and I knew that I wasn't in the best shape ever. I knew that. It was very clear to me. So did I do anything about it after I checked my weight at the time? No, I didn't. I just kept on with life and everything just seemed like normal, but I knew that I wasn't the best me that I could be. And it just went on for that for ages, for a few months. And I remember that my dad told me one time when he saw me, we went for my brother's wedding, and he said, you need to do something about this. I said, yes, you know what? I do some workout and, I try as much as possible not to mess up with my diet and everything. I began to realize that even myself feeling comfortable with how I looked, and I knew that I wasn't doing anything about it, didn't make me look good or didn't make me feel good. So what will I do? I just kept doing what I was doing. Now, this is the fact here, that if you have to do something and you're not doing anything about it, nothing happens. If you're supposed to start and you're not getting started, nothing happens. No one is going to do it for you, and you're the only one that can do it for yourself. And over the last 9 years, counting now, it's been an interesting journey, and I've learned a lot because it changed everything. So what am I driving at here? What am I putting across to you so that you understand that Sometimes when you want to get started with something, it doesn't have to start pretty. You don't have to start pretty. You don't have, everything doesn't have to be in place. You just have to get started. But the catalyst for me to getting me started was just, first of all, I had to find purpose in my life. What was the purpose in my life in the first place? Why did I want to do what I want to do? Why did I want to move the way I wanted to move? What was the purpose in my life? And I decided to go hunting. And after many days of searching, asking God, please show me, what do I need to do? Taking time off. And it was really desperate time for me because I knew that I had to change something in my life. And I knew that it had to change. I knew that I wasn't performing the way I needed to perform at the highest level. I knew that there was something lacking. And I wanted to really point it out. And I knew that the only way I could do that was to find purpose. And I, went out for it. I went all in, threw everything in, dove in, did whatever was necessary. And yes, I found purpose in my life. And once I found purpose in my life, everything started to take shape. And then as I was thinking now, okay, right now, I know that I want to be the best version of myself. And this is the purpose of my life, to be able to impact lives, to be able to help people and encourage people to find purpose in their lives as well, but to also live the best life ever. And that was what I actually now use as leverage, to get going. But I said, okay, but where do I start from? I have all this information now. I know what I need to do. It's now getting clearer to me what I need to do. But where do I start from? And that's when I picked up and said, you know what? I think I've been slacking so much with my health lately, and I've not really paid attention to it. Can we do that? Can I pay some attention to my health? And that's when I now said, okay, we're going to start a simple discipline. I'm going to focus on my health. And I think one of the first things I picked there was, I'd not seen my six packs in a while. And I said, okay, let's give ourselves a challenge. And this is what I came on genuinely. This is how I put this through. Let us get six packs. What did that look like? I've been like saying, oh yeah, it's possible. But I had this fat belly with plenty of flesh all around and nothing showing. I know some people will tell you that everybody has six packs. Yes, everybody has six packs, but where do you see it? It doesn't show with all of that fat all around, belly fat everywhere. I was stocky. There was plenty of things around me. I told you at the time, I think I was weighing over 100 kg at this time. This was well over 220 pounds. And I knew that really because I could not squat because my shanks, that is the lower part of my legs, were so heavy as well. It used to be painful to just squat down. And I knew that this wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right. So when I made this decision to get into this place where I knew that I could start controlling, it wasn't easy before I found purpose, but immediately I found purpose, I knew that I had to change something. And I said, we're going to start with my health. This was like me talking to myself. We're going to start with my health. And we're going to maintain very simple disciplines. And what were those disciplines that I had to maintain? I think it was November or December that year. And I knew that I had to start. There was no going back anymore. I'd made a decision. I was going to start with my health. But where would I start from? How would I start? And this is how I began to understand that whatever you want to do, if you overcomplicate it, it's harder to start. If you make it simple, it's easier to start. I'm not saying that the discipline is going to be easy. I'm not saying getting the results will be easy. I'm just saying that if you get it, if you put it in simple terms, if you break it to simple measures or simple things that you can handle, one thing at a time, you will see that you make progress really quickly and your results will be guaranteed. But if you're really serious about what you want to do, if you're really serious about where you want to go, if you're serious about your dreams and what you want to achieve, get started, make it simple. Okay, how did I make it simple? Simple. I said I was going to do something that I've not done before. I was going to do exercise every day. Very simple exercises. Well, number one, the push-ups. Anyone can do push-ups. And you can do the varied one, you can do the simple ones, you can do the more complicated one. It's just knowing that if I do this every day, my life is going to change. So this is me thinking about it, right? I would love to see my six packs. What did that look like? So I had to paint a picture. So I had to draw a picture of myself, what it looked like. What is that picture? How did I get it? I had to define what health meant to me, that I wanted to be as fit as could be. I wanted to see my six pack. Whatever it is I was going to be eating was going to be something that was good for my body. So I didn't just want to eat for eating's sake. I wanted to eat for nutrition. I wanted to eat for growth, right? So I thought about it this way. This was what health meant to me at the time, and I had to define that. That means I had to work out every day consistently. I had to put certain things in my body that will help me grow, that will help my system grow, that will help me develop the way I needed to develop. And I needed to maintain a routine over a period of time. Going back to what I said before, you have to have a vision of what it is that you want to look like, whatever that seems to look like. Paint that picture. And I had to paint that picture. So painting that picture was very important. Defining what health was very important. And the last one was, and the other one was why. Why did I want to do this? And I said, because I know that I'm going to be out there, because I know that I'm going to be changing lives, I'm going to be impacting lives, I have to be the message. I cannot go out there weighing all of this and I'm telling people that, you could change your life. I'm not changing my life. I'm not doing anything about it. So my leverage was, if I have to go out there and help people, if I had to go out there and impact lives, I had to do something about where I was with this area of my life I was really struggling with. I didn't do anything about it. Actually, I didn't even pay much attention to it at some instances. But this was me now paying more attention to it. So this is what I did. I chose 3 simple exercises: push-ups, tricep dips, and reverse crunches. And you can do this in variations. I picked up the variation that was good for me, that was practical for me. I didn't think about gym at this time. I didn't think about going to hire a personal trainer. I said I wanted to maintain certain disciplines over a period of time and get started, not wasting any more time. And that's what I had to do. I picked up these 3 exercises and I said I was going to get started with it. And another thing I told myself is that I wasn't going to eat anything until lunchtime. And at this time, I didn't really know much about intermittent fasting. I just said, and I'd been fasting, I knew how to fast. So fasting basically was, I used to fast the whole day. And I think at that time I'd done like maybe a couple of days fasting or 3 days fasting, not taking anything. So I'd done some fastings in my life prior to this. So fasting wasn't new to me. So, but the way people talk about it now, which is intermittent fasting and everything, I never knew it as that. But I told myself that I wasn't going to eat anything until lunchtime. So take, for example, around 1 or 1:30. And what I was going to break my fast with was just a smoothie, grains. So I'll blend grains in the morning, I'll take that to work, and I'll just take it when I was breaking my fast. And then when I got home, maybe later in the evening, around 4 or 5, I'll take my dinner, and that was it for the day. As I said before, right? This was not going to the gym. I had to do something that was practical, something I could do anywhere, no matter what happened. So I set up myself, started in the morning, and through the day, I did different things towards this. I was hyper intentional about my health at this time because I knew that if something had to change, I had to change. If something had to give, I had to give. There was no cavalry coming. There was no one coming to save me. It was me that had to do this. Another thing I did, which was very specific, was that I had to do it at a specific time. So when I woke up in the morning, I used to wake up very early because I used to do a lot of work. So I'll go to bed really early, maybe about 8 or 8:30 in the evenings. And then by 2:30, I was awake. I wasn't waking up with an alarm clock. I wasn't waking up with an alarm clock. I would just wake up at around 2:30, 2:45, I was already awake, clear as daylight. If you want to know how I set this up and the specific routines I did, the reps and the sets that set me up for this, type in the comment below, send breakdown document. Send breakdown document and I'll get to you. In 8 weeks, I'd gone from about 100 kg down to 81 kg. That's about 30 pounds. And that was ridiculous because I never focused really on losing weight. I focused on doing the things that will make me feel good. That's the difference. I never focused on, oh, I need to get this weight off. No, I focused on what I needed to do to make me feel good and to make me feel great, to make me get the results I needed, the six pack. And here is the picture that looks like what it was. Now I could see the six pack. And then this was how I went on with this journey. Now, you may be asking, that was simple. I say yes, but that goes for everything. How did you maintain that discipline? My why. I knew the reason why I wanted it. I set an outcome which was for me, not for anyone else. I took something that looked so complex, I broke it down to simple bits. I did it consistently over time. That consistency gave me the results. This is the interesting part. Whenever you start something, you start with a discipline. What is a discipline? Something you're committed to, that no matter what happens, you get to do it. So I committed to the discipline, and I was going to do it as many times as possible until I got my result, my desired result. So I had an outcome, I had an objective. My objective was to get a six pack. My objective was not to lose weight, which was, kind of base, but I wanted to do something that would push me out of not just losing weight, but feeling great about who I was now becoming. Because I needed to identify myself as this athlete, this guy that, was strong, was chiseled, was looking good, but also feeling good, was healthy inside and outside, and doing and living the best life ever. That was what was going through my mind. And I knew that if I had to do it, then I had to commit to it. So first of all, I got a discipline. Secondly, I made routines that would keep me going. Some people call it rituals. So my ritual was simple. I would do half an hour exercise, body weight exercise, no weights, body weight exercise every day for 7 days. No day missing. I would go without eating any food until lunchtime, but breaking with green smoothies to get into my system and give me the nutrients that I needed for my body. I would eat a normal meal towards the evening, anywhere between 4 and 7. I could do 4 and 6, but I maintained that. So maintaining a discipline gives you consistency. The consistency gave me the results. Remember, at the end of 4 weeks, I already saw. At the end of a week, I felt the results. I started feeling it. At the end of 2 weeks, I started seeing it because I started adding some more reps to the routines. At the end of 4 weeks, I saw it because when I stepped in, I started seeing the definitions coming up. When I stepped on the scale, I'd lost about 10 kg, 9 to 10 kg at the time. It was crazy, but it was great. 97 plus, about 100 at the time, at the last time I checked it, but I knew that it was going to happen. And so you want to get started with anything, think about this. For you to get a result, you have to have a discipline that you connect with consistently over a period of time to get to the results that you want. Once you get the results, that fuels your confidence, knowing that you can now do it, and then you dive straight into it again. You continue being consistent with what you're doing. The discipline is there already, more results show. So for results to show, you get your discipline in, maintain consistency, results show up, and that's guaranteed. I needed to gain back control of my health. I needed to gain control of my life. I needed the energy boost, the flow that I need, the energy boost needed to live my life at optimum, the energy boost I needed to be more productive with what I did. So now that I've been able to do that, the next thing again that I put in place was that I had to reduce insulin. You see, most people talk about, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to lose belly fat and all of that. And one of the major issues here is that your insulin is high up there. It's high insulin. And so when there's insulin in your bloodstream all the time, you can't lose weight. You can't lose belly fat. It's very hard for that to come out. Yes, there might be some other complications, but insulin is a major culprit. Once you can target once you can target insulin, then you have the chances of actually accessing your fat stores, because the fat stores that you have are hidden away. You can't access them if you still have glucose in your body. So with insulin whenever we eat, what happens is that your insulin levels go up, because insulin, the major work for insulin is to store. So the more you eat, the more it wants to store. So if you understand how your body works and you restrict, the time you eat, not just eating every time you find something to put in your body, raising up your insulin levels, then that becomes detrimental to you, because then your goals will not be met. So by me going on a fast up till lunchtime without eating anything, I was able to keep my insulin levels low, and now my body was able to access the fat stores. If you want to know more about it, there'll be videos I'll be sharing how this really works. The storage form of glucose is glycogen, and this is stored in the liver. So you use all of that as well. And once you're able to deplete every ounce of energy in you, which is normally used, because glucose is the primary energy source of the body. Once that is gone, then the body now releases certain enzymes, and then you can access your fat stores. This is how you begin to burn the excess fat, or the fat that has been stored away. Remember, the reason why fat is being stored away is to prepare you for when you are in situations that you don't have all those reserves. So it reserves it for you. And that's a good thing. But the thing is that sometimes we store them in excess. And so that's why we see all of this fat areas, and you say, I have gained so much weight, and all of that. It's just fat mass that's been there stored and it's not being used. So by you using them, it becomes much easier for you to access, and we can go into details with that. But the aim of this is to know how you're able to reduce your insulin levels. I did that by intermittent fasting. Some people do that through other means, but by intermittent fasting, that helped me to get rid of the insulin, and I was able to expend the energy that was needed at the time until everything was gone, and then I was able to access my fat stores. Hence, I was able to now start using that as my main source of energy until I eat again, and that now reversed back to using glucose as a primary source. And those are the things I did. So looking at it from here, what is it that you're really struggling with today? Is it that you don't have the consistency? Is it that you've not picked your discipline yet? Is it that you've not really focused on what you want to do? Have you gotten your why yet? Do you know what your vision is? Are you clear as a definition of what health means to you? Do you really want to move forward in this area of your life? Do you want to really win in this area of your life? Has it dawned to you that it is possible? And I'm here to encourage you that it is possible. I'm here to encourage you that whatever it is that you want to do, however it is that you want to do it, you can do it, and you have the power to do it. But the only thing is, get started. Get started. Get started today. If you need help in any way to get started, let me know. I'm putting on some videos and everything. You find them useful, or if there's something that you want me to talk about, just send it in the comment section below. Let us talk about it. Because I'm here to give you not just information, but to give you the confidence, to help you to develop the confidence that you can do it, believing that you can do it. Yes, there's so much in our food these days that it's not your fault that those foods are available. It's just what's available. But I can help you to now start seeing what it is that some of these things can do to you. Maintain on getting some disciplines that you can pick up and start working on. Looking at how you can grow in this area of your life and be the best at what you do. It's simple. It's doable. It's practical. Simple. If you've enjoyed this video, if you have gained something from this video, if you have been able to take something away that is changing your life right now, or that would change your life, please subscribe and share this video with as many people as possible. My name is Zinka, and on this platform, you get to believe in yourself. Get the confidence that you need to get started with your health journey and thrive. Win every part of this. Win every step of the way. And at the end of the day, just shout, yes, we did it. Yes, I did it. You can do it. I believe that you can do it. You've got what it takes. And it's my privilege and honor as well to be able to serve you in this way. So looking forward to seeing you again and seeing you thrive. Because the next time we show up again, I believe that the changes has happened. I believe that the steps have been taken. I believe that actions have been taken. I believe that decisions have been made. Whatever it takes, let's make this happen. Have a lovely, super jubbly day. Rise, shine. Your light has come.